Hello, guys, Mac here, and today I'm out the Mini SMG in GTA Online. Now, it's an episode in my series called GTA 5 Gun Guide, where we will go through all the weapons in GTA 5 and GTA Online, breaking down stats, these weapons, talk about these weapons, and just giving general reviews of these weapons. So the Mini SMG is a new weapon that was added in the Biker DLC, and it's a new SMG, and it can be bought in ammunition in online once you install the Biker DLC. It is manufactured by Hawk & Little, and is based off of the Scorpion in real life. And we're going to get into the stats on this weapon, but before that, I do want to give a huge shout out to the people on the GTA forums that have talked about the stats on this weapon, and mainly FunMW2, and all the other people on the GTA forums. There will be a link in the description to the stats on all the weapons in GTA 5, and that post on the GTA forums, and there will be a link in the description if you are interested in checking that out. Let's first talk about the damage on this weapon. So the damage on the Mini SMG is 22, which is very decent for the SMG category. It's not anything amazing though. It's pretty much just average. It's the same damage as the SMG, the one that's based on the MP5. And this weapon will be doing that 22 damage up until 40 meters, whereas after that 40 meters, it will drop down in damage until it reaches 120 meters, where the bullets will eventually end. So those will just disappear at that range. And that is the max range on this weapon. Like most weapons in GTA 5, the max range on this weapon is 120 meters. However, at longer ranges, the weapon is very inaccurate, mainly because of the spread. The spread is 3.5 on this weapon. However, what pretty much caused that spread to be so high is the rate of fire. And the rate of fire is faster than all other SMGs, and pretty much the fastest weapon in the game aside from the minigun. So it's absolutely a fast weapon. Its time between shots is 0.092 compared to the AP pistol, which is 0.1. And that's the best part about this weapon, is its fire rate. And on screen, you're actually going to be seeing a comparison between the AP pistol and the Mini SMG. Keep in mind that the AP pistol has 2 less rounds in the magazine, but you can still see how fast the Mini SMG is compared to the AP pistol. And it's just a extremely fast weapon. And I do think that that's the best part about this weapon, is the rate of fire. The weapon also has a magazine size of 20, and if you put on the extended mags attachment, which is the only attachment for this weapon, it will increase it to 30. So I definitely recommend putting on the extended mags, because if not, 20 rounds, you're going to burn through that all the time, and it's not a great thing. So you really want to put on the extended mags. Also, the iron sights on this weapon are quite good in my opinion. I don't find a problem with them. They're not too bad. However, I don't like this weapon in first person, at least if I'm aiming down sights, is because the muzzle flash is so large on this weapon and there's no suppressor for it. Whenever I'm firing with iron sights, I always miss my targets, and I don't know if they're dead and stuff like that. And I don't even know if I'm hitting them at the time, because just the muzzle flash is so large and it takes up a lot of your screen. At least takes up a lot of the screen where your enemies are. And so this weapon mostly needs to be used at close range. The spread is pretty bad on this weapon. So I'd suggest use it in close range, sort of an in-between range of like shotgun range, and then sort of like an assault rifle range. This is actually probably one of the best SMGs in the game for that. The rate of fire is very fast. However, you will be going through ammo quite fast as well, so keep that in mind. And it has a very high damage per second, which is also very good because of that high rate of fire. And also what's good about this weapon is that it can be used in vehicles, and it's probably the best weapon for vehicles comparatively to the Micro SMG, and in some situations better than the AP pistol. It's really up to you, and that's really where you want to be comparing this weapon to, is the AP pistol. There's also machine pistol, but the machine pistol I don't like too much. Some people may, but to me the machine pistol isn't that great. I just feel it has too low rate of fire for it to be that useful. Even if it does have a higher accuracy and a little bit higher damage, I still think that the AP pistol is better than the machine pistol. As for whether this weapon is better than the AP pistol is up to you. It depends on what you want. Do you want a SMG, an SMG that can be used in vehicles? Do you want that weapon to have either a higher fire rate, but also have a lower accuracy, and you're going to miss a lot more shots, it has a lower damage, so you have to keep that in mind. Or do you want to use the AP pistol, which has a little bit higher damage, but it's not going to matter too much. It's only 3 extra damage, which may come into play a little bit, but overall not too big of a deal. However, the accuracy on the AP pistol is still better. It's at 3.0 compared to the Mini SMG's 3.5. However, the rate of fire is lower. So You have to pick and choose. Do you want a higher rate of fire? Does that matter to you? Or do you want a lower spread, a higher accuracy? And that's what you have to decide with this weapon. Personally, I like this weapon quite a bit. I didn't really like it too much at first, but after I started using it a little bit, I like it quite a bit now. And this weapon, compared to the Micro SMG, beats it in pretty much every stat. There's really no reason to use the Micro SMG anymore. And really, if you have the Micro SMG compared to this weapon, probably just drop your Micro SMG. There's not much reason to use it from an actual statistic standpoint. The AP pistol, however, is not as cut and dry to that. Like I said, it depends on what you want. Do you want a higher fire rate, or do you want a higher accuracy with a little bit higher damage as well included into that? And this is actually kind of a hard weapon to say, like, is it better than every other SMG? No, not in every single stat, but it's also kind of balanced like that, which is actually kind of nice to see. Also, this weapon can be used on bikes. However, I'd say really it's not that great on bikes because of how this weapon is best whenever you are in close quarters. And, you know, at longer ranges, the spread is just so inaccurate, you're going to miss most of your shots anyways. On bikes, this weapon is kind of pointless now. Because in the Lowriders Custom Classic, we saw the compact rifle. The compact rifle beats this weapon in a lot of stats. It has the same spread as it, and it also has higher damage. But it does have a lower rate of fire, but I'd say, honestly, go with the higher damage, because it is much better with the damage on the compact rifle. It can also hold 100 rounds, which is much better than this weapon's 30. And so I'd suggest go with the compact rifle in most situations on a bike, and if you are in close encounter combat, go with the sweeper shotgun. The sweeper shotgun is probably the best shotgun for the bikes in GT Online. I'd say go with the sweeper shotgun in close range instead of this weapon. Then go with the compact rifle at longer ranges, put on the drum mag, and, you know, be in combat for a long situation without having to reload. Compact rifle is probably still the best weapon on bikes. I don't see this weapon being that useful on bikes, and a high rate of fire weapon does not really make much sense on bikes in my opinion, because you also have shotguns, and if you are using a weapon in close quarters, shotguns probably are better. And I'd suggest get a shotgun instead, get the sweeper shotgun, and then go with the compact rifle for longer ranges on bikes. However, in any other vehicle, this weapon could be quite useful. And I'd also say that this weapon is actually pretty good compared to Micro SMG if you are starting a new character. If you're starting a new character, this is probably one of the better weapons for you to choose from. Sure, you'll get an assault rifle, get a sniper, stuff like that. That's all nice, and that is probably quite necessary. However, if you are creating a new character and you want a weapon to use in vehicles, this is probably the best weapon for you to use, because the AP pistol, I believe, is unlocked at 30 or 35. It's somewhere in the 30s, I believe. So that's quite a bit of ways away, and whenever you're level 1, you only have like the pistol, you have the machine pistol, but the machine pistol isn't that great in my opinion. So I'd say go with this weapon, upgrade this weapon because there's only one attachment for it anyways, get the extended mags, and I'd also say skip over the Micro SMG. Like I keep saying, the Micro SMG is not that great anymore. This weapon just beats it, and I'd say don't get the Micro SMG, get the Mini SMG, get this weapon. So that's what I'd say. And so this video is a little bit different because I can't really say whether this weapon is good or bad because it's kind of balanced actually. And I'm mostly comparing it to the AP pistol, machine pistol, and the Micro SMG, and then of course this one. So we have 4 in the game right now, and I'm talking about the fully automatic sort of SMGs that you can use in vehicles. I'm not really comparing it to the SMG and the Assault SMG and the Combat PDW because those weapons you can't use in vehicles unless it's like a van or something that you can lean out the side of and stuff. So anyways, some more thoughts on this in the comments. The next episode on GTA 5 Gun Guide will probably be on the sweeper shotgun, which I've kind of mentioned a little bit here. And so if you want to go check that out, there will be a link in the description. There will also be a link in the description to the playlist for GTA 5 Gun Guide if you are interested in learning more about the AP pistol or the Micro SMG or even the machine pistol in GTA Online. And also, if you do want to go check out the GTA forums post like I mentioned at the beginning, shout out to them. And if you do want to go check out that post, there will be a link in the description to that as well. But anyways, some more thoughts on the Mini SMG in GTA Online. Do you like it? Do you not? Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments. Hope you enjoy. Feedback is always appreciated. I'll see you guys in the next video.